welcome to the Instagram Stories Weekend Edition. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. It is not lost on me that I have not had an episode this week. I have been working on some social media projects that have just taken all my time after work, and it's just been crazy. But I wanted to do a weekend edition of the show. I wanted to continue with the interview of TikTok CEO Shou Chew. And part of the interview, he does a really deep dive into how TikTok is protecting the data of US users. You, if you listen to the show, are into social media, and you probably have friends or family members or even employers who say, don't use TikTok, they're stealing all your data, it's going to China, the Chinese government, blah, 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 blah. And I've talked about that, I think, extensively on this show, but you're hearing my reporting based on reporters that I'm reading who are United States based. What about getting that information directly from the source? Here's the CEO of TikTok, Shou Chew, talking about the United States data and the measures that TikTok is taking to ensure privacy of that data.
First thing I would say is that the internet is built on global interoperability, and we are not the only company that relies on a global talent pool to make our products as good as. Technology is a very collaborative effort. I think many people here would say the same thing. So we are not the first company to have engineers in all countries, including in China. We're not the first one. Now, I understand some of these concerns. So, the data access by employees is not data access by government. This is very different, and there's a clear difference in this. But we hear the concerns that are raised in the United States. We did not try to avoid, discussing, or we did not try to argue our way out of it. What we did was we built an unprecedented project where we localized American data to be stored on American soil by an American company, overseen by American personnel. So this kind of protection for American data is beyond what any other company in our industry has ever done. Money is not the only issue here, but it's very expensive to build something like that. And more importantly, we are basically localizing data in a way that no other company has done. So we need to be very careful that whilst we are pursuing data, what we call digital sovereignty in the US, and we're also doing a version of this in Europe, that we don't balkanize the internet. Now, we are the first to do it, and I expect that other companies are probably looking at this and trying to figure out how you balance between protecting protected data, to make sure that everybody feels secure about it, while at the same time allowing for interoperability to continue to happen, because that's what makes technology and the internet so great. That's something that we are
How
doing.
far are you along that journey with Project Texas?
We are very, very far along today.
When will there be a clear, here it is, it's done, it's firewall, this data is protected?
Today, by default, all new US data is already stored in the Oracle Cloud infrastructure. So it's in this protected US environment that we talked about in the United States. We still have some legacy data to delete in our own servers in Virginia and in Singapore. Our data has never been stored in China, by the way. And that deletion is a very big engineering effort. So as I said at the hearing, it's going to take us a while to delete them, but I expect it to be done this year.
Okay, there was a lot that he said there, but did you hear that key part at the end? Your data has never been stored in China. That is a huge deal. That is exactly the point of this whole conversation. It's great to say, you should worry about your data. The Chinese government might have it. But if he says your data has never been stored in China, then why are we still having this conversation? That's the part that I just don't understand. Okay, that's going to do it for today's episode. Be sure to come back on Monday for Mosseri Monday, and I hope you have a great weekend. Go outside if the weather is nice by you. I hope you get to enjoy some time with your family or doing something else really, really fun.
This episode is brought to you by Michigan Economic Development Corporation. In Michigan, you can have both a rewarding career and a quality lifestyle, with plentiful career opportunities in world-changing, innovating industries, from electric vehicles to clean energy to biotech, with room for advancement no matter where you are in your career. Plus, Michigan offers a welcoming, beautiful, affordable, and inclusive community for all. Live your best life. You can in Michigan. Visit themichiganlife.org.
Instagram use got you covered. Sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave. Without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads. At Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.